How's it going, everybody? Here with another ghost evidence breakdown. I'll be a little bit quieter than usual today since I have a sleeping newborn in the next room. This is from one of our more recent investigations, and this really is one of the most compelling pieces of evidence I've ever captured. You can find the full video on my YouTube channel, but this right here is just going to be the breakdown of what we caught at the very beginning of our investigation of the Mann House in Mansfield, Texas.
Then you hear something else. A clear whisper can be heard.
As you hear me say right there, a clear whisper can be heard. Let's listen right here again. Here in a minute, it'll play them rapidly and back to back.
Closer to the camera and on top of our voices. And then, 10 seconds later, another one. It's hard to...
So, first and foremost, this goes to what I say about everything. Always have a camera rolling. This is the very beginning investigation. We're still setting stuff up. We didn't have our X cams up and running yet. We're still bringing in gear, and obviously what we're focused on here is the rocking chair. You're looking for that holy grail of ghost evidence, to have the rocking chair go back and forth potentially. So I literally took my oldest, most beat up camera and just set it up so that we'd have something to look at and have anything there, and sure enough, we caught something. So let's listen to it again, just this part where it plays back to back. And again, this is about 10 seconds, and just listen and think what you might hear.
And then, 10 seconds later, another one.
I think it's so clear that is not either of our voices. There's 3 of us there total. My brother Kevin is outside of the house. I'm talking with my buddy RJ there, and that is not one of our voices. It is closer to the camera, and it appears to be clearly enunciating. So when I try to debunk this, I immediately start thinking, like, okay, was it our voice? And it's definitely not. It's the first time you hear it, something ends in a hard K sound. You can't quite tell what it says. The second voice seems to be saying the phrase, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" The first voice, I can't quite tell what it's making out, but what's most interesting is it's being said while RJ is talking, so his voice is on top of it, it's underneath it, and I'm not sitting there whispering under RJ. Then you start thinking maybe it's the air conditioning unit coming on and just somehow creating a perfect, a pareidolia for faces. You can have the same thing for voices, but man, that would be such a coincidence. And again, this camera ran for 30 minutes, and this is the only thing that was caught that was like that. So in my opinion, this is just a pure Class A EVP, although it's not even an EVP because this is not a specialty camera. This is just a camera with an onboard microphone that's running right there. It is so compelling. When I was reviewing this footage and I heard it, I was so, chills went down my spine when I heard the first voice, and I listened and said, oh, that's something. And then I start listening a little bit more, and then 10 seconds later, you get that even clearer, louder voice, and you're just like, what on earth? Is this for real? And my very first thought was, literally, if somebody else showed this to me, I would think it might have been faked. Like, it is the only piece of evidence I've ever had that was so good that I would have doubted its authenticity. So obviously you're free to doubt it as well. It's definitely not. Don't worry. I am not out to capture evidence so much that I'm going to make anything up. And this is just so completely unique. And, because I don't want to just capture evidence. I want to, tell great stories and have cool things happen if they happen. So let me know in the comments, what do you think this could be? My only thought that would make it anything but paranormal is somehow an air conditioning unit coming on somewhere in the house and just creating a wind flow that just But that just doesn't happen. That just does not happen. So, one last time for the road. You hear that voice right underneath his, then right here.
A clear.
And you can see us moving. We are in the house, but you can tell if you watch the documentary, you get a better sense of what the house looks like. Here's the front of the house. This right here is the room where that camera's set up. We would be right about in here walking into this room. That's happening right around this time. So we are in that vicinity. But if anything, that makes it more substantial that it's not just our voices carrying weird. So again, leave me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think this could be? If you have a great debunking for it, I have gone back actually and debunked some of my old stuff. Actually on this very shoot, I was watching over our X-Cam footage, and we had a chair move at a table on its own, seemingly. And then I played it back a dozen times and realized that one of our investigators bumped it. He was off frame and had bumped into it with his foot. And so, at first I thought I had captured just this, the holy grail, the poltergeist activity. And didn't happen. And I was a little bummed when I debunked it. So I will debunk stuff. If you can debunk it for me, because I only want the best on here. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. More ghost hunts hopefully coming soon. Got an idea for a really great another miniature ghost documentary coming up later this year. So expect that maybe around Halloween, and hopefully maybe a few more of these evidence breakdowns on things I've captured. Until then, see you guys.